So, hello everyone on YouTube, those which like knives anyway. Now, today I was going to do a simple comparison between two very popular Chinese-made folding knives. So we've got the Ganzos here, as everyone knows on YouTube, those which are interested in these videos anyway. The Ganzos are very affordable, and this is the G720, and it is actually a fantastic knife design from Lion Steel. With a Benchmade access lock. So you've got the best of both worlds. You've got a fantastically thick, so it's a 4mm thick blade with a 90-degree edge right across. Full stainless steel liners with a G10 insert here taking up some of the gap. And it just performs beautifully. I mean, as a knife, it's very deep ride in the pocket. So there you go. You can just see it there. It's not necessarily a left-hander's sort of pocket sort of knife. The idea, if you're going to have it for left-hand carry, you can undo this quite easily with some Leatherman or any kind of pliers, the actual round insert of the pliers. Just clamp it down, twist it, comes off quite easily. But because this is sort of bent at an angle, and I'm not too sure if you can see this, but because it's sort of bent at an angle, let's go onto this handle, what you have to do is that you have to pop this into a vise and then rebend this out. So at the moment it's like that, you need to bend it that way and then reposition it on this side, and then it's quite good for left hand carry. So this is a high sabre grind with a secondary bevel going across. It's meant to be 440C, which is the 9CR range of Chinese stainless steels. Hopefully. It does seem to perform very well. There's some YouTube videos and comparisons between Oz 8 and the Ganzo's 440C. The 440C seems to come out quite well, and they've got getting a good reputation nowadays, the Ganzos. So they're going to have good heat treats, or reasonably good heat treats, and for a folding knife, I mean, very good. And we're also going to be having a look at the Brother 1601. Now this is a copy of, again, it's hard to know what to say because they haven't actually cloned directly, because it is a copy of a Manix 2 XL, but they haven't actually done what a lot of Chinese sort of, makers do, where they literally do clone and they put the Spyderco logos on. They have changed some very subtle things on here just to make it a little bit different, not a lot. We've got jimping pretty much the whole length of the knife. With the XL, it sort of starts here and then stops. But you've got this sort of jimping along the handle, and it just carries on all the way. What is actually very, very good, and I'll just get a stick to show, is that the Brother, and if you comparing sort of cheap Spydercos against each other and the real Spydercos, the real Spyderco sort of jimping around the blade goes at that angle. When you've got very cheap Spydercos, it's almost straight up or slightly like that angle. Now, one of the wonderful things about the jimping with the Spyderco knives is that they really grip, and it can be a bit sharp for some people, but they really sort of bite into the soft parts of your thumb and your finger and really give you good control. And they've got it absolutely right with this Brother 1601. The jimping is perfect. Again, it's classed as 440C stainless steel. It has a 3mm thick spine, full stainless steel liners again, so you won't be able to necessarily see in there with this camera, but it is full stainless steel liners. You get extra screws, which I've taken out, for the pocket clip on this side, as well as the ones which are in the pocket clip. Quite pleased about that. It is a ball bearing lock, exactly like the Manix 2 XL, and it seems to be quite good. You can find with the Manix 2 XL, you can flick it open and shut quite easily and you get a solid lockup. With this, you have to tighten up the screws just a little bit. So you sacrifice the perhaps quickness of opening to get a solid lockup, but it's not that bad, and I enjoy it. So this is like when I was talking about the SEMA before. These are almost copies directly of very popular brands. Now, having the SEMA actually makes me want to try the Ontario or the EC knives of this ilk. I'm more inclined to buy one of the original ones because I'm pleased with this. It's the same with this. I'm more inclined to get a Manx. I won't get the XL because it is a little bit too big, but today we're going to be looking at two very big folders from China. But it makes me want to get the real one. So yes, Spyderco is perhaps losing a bit of money, as is Lion Steel and EC in Ontario. But for those of you out there that actually are into knives, this is quite a good way of trying before you buy. So from that point of view, I think they'll probably actually get quite good sales, because if you're going to spend, particularly in the UK, you're looking at about £140, £130, depending where you go and if you get any offers. But you're very lucky to find this in an RC4 or EC4 knife for under £100. You don't. Same with the Lion Steel, you're looking at about £150. With the Manx Manx 2 XL, really you're looking at £150, £120. This cost me £16. This cost me about £16. Is the steel wonderful? Will it be better than the others? Not necessarily. But do you know what? For a throw around knife, it's actually very good. So, without further ado, I'll just think about these point of this video is Bushcraft folders. Would you be able to actually use this with Bushcraft? So one of the things you'll do is feather sticks and food prep. Now lots of people have done food prep videos with these, and it works very well, and I use this one particularly in the kitchen quite a lot, much to the despair of my wife sometimes. But it works, and it feels nice in the hand. I mean, if you're doing something like feather sticks, you know, it can be quite, especially with the thin handles and folders, it can be quite uncomfortable. This isn't actually too bad at all. You can do some quite nice feather sticks. Very quick ones, they're not that great or that pretty, but they do work. Now, trying out the Ganzo. Now, I haven't changed the edge geometries on this at all, and you've probably seen on some of the videos that people are saying, oh, you know, it's quite wide edge geometry. So this is about 30 degrees each side. Ideally, you want it 20 degrees. So at some point, I'll put it on my land ski and I'll knock it down. But you can do good feather sticks just as it is. I mean, very good. Now these have been sharpened and mainly stropped really, and I think they're quite good. So let's think about how they strike a fire steel, because we're thinking about Bushcraft folders here. Very good. Sharp edge, works quite well. And what I like about the folders is that you can do it in a folded position. Very useful. Same with this one, do it in the folded position. Works very, very well indeed. So, again, I wouldn't like to actually promote one site over another, and it's at your own risk again. I mean, in the UK, this was actually seized by customs. They opened up the package and they checked it, then sent a nice little letter to me, pretty much saying that you can have it, but you know, you have been noted. And that's fine. I had to sign a document saying that I'm aware of this, and but you can order these things. It's fine. I mean, their main thing that the customs are cracking down on is direct copy. So this had Spyderco logos all over it, and coming from China, and it's saying it was made in Golden State, Colorado, or something like that, it would have been taken. This is just different enough, and because it's got a Brother logo rather than Spyderco, I was allowed to have it. So just bear that in mind, you run a risk. It's the same with the Ganzos. Again, you're in the UK, it doesn't say lion still. You know, you're not expecting to get a lion still from China, and particularly with some of the packaging which you get. So Ganzos, again, I had no trouble with this one whatsoever from customs. I was just unfortunate that they found this one. But then again, I wasn't really hiding anything. The package, it was clearly declared, and the amount that I paid for it was actually put on there. So I wasn't doing anything wrong, as far as I'm concerned. I was ordering a knife. And I've ordered fixed blades from America before, and they came over. Now, one of the things I would say, apart from obviously amending this down to a 20-degree angle each side, is that if you're buying anything from China or abroad, with customs, be completely honest about it. I mean, they're not stupid, they can check. And you can get blacklisted and your PayPal account frozen or basically banned from PayPal. It's worth thinking about this when you're buying something, that you can potentially be prepared to lose it. And the customs might just be having a bad day. You know, you can order these, there is nothing stopping you. I mean, there isn't very much that's actually made sort of blade-wise, which is out there on the market in the UK nowadays, so a lot of it is imported anyway. But I would try and keep under the £20 limit. All of these items, some other folders I might show at some point, they're all under £20. If you're under £20, you're normally okay. It's normally once you get above the £20 mark that you start to basically incur extra costs. So unless it's a legitimate item, which from Spyderco, from America, because it is cheaper to buy America, you can save up to £50 sterling buying from America and getting it shipped over. But just be prepared that you will have to pay an extra bit of customs on it. And it'll probably be like £20. It's normally about 20% of the cost they'll want extra. So you've got a £100 knife, expect to pay £120 for it. But you'd probably save about £40 or £20 buying it in America and having it shipped over. Anyway, so these again are from GearBest. I sort of ranted a little bit here, but these are from GearBest. They're £16 each sterling, shipped, tracked and insured. I thought that was a bargain. They are great. This is a fantastic kitchen slicer. So this is that Brother knife, so the Manix X2 sort of copy. If you're thinking about a Bushcraft folder, I don't think you can get anything better than this. And particularly for the money. I'll be a bit worried about using a lion still at £150 for doing bushcraft work, but this is fantastic. You throw it in your pocket, leave it in your car, it's fine. If you're leaving it in your car in the UK, you need to be aware that you carry it in your car when you've got purpose to use something like this. You need to, with the knife laws, you can carry anything you like, apart from in Manchester or London, but you can carry anything you like as long as you've got a good reason to have it on you. So for those of you which are scientists out there, you can carry scalpels, you can carry scissors, you can carry all kinds of things. Chefs, you can carry cooking knives. If you're practicing bushcraft, if you're going to a wood, you're travelling from home after purchasing something, or going anywhere to see a friend, and you're going to be doing something like this, you just need probable reason and cause to have it. And it's always good that if you are going to have something like this in your car, maybe have a few other things to actually prove that you are doing bushcraft, rather than you just carrying one knife and you go out to go and practice bushcraft. You know, perhaps have an axe with you, a saw, a waterproof jacket, maybe a tarpaulin. It all proves that you're going to be doing what you're going to be doing. If you just have one thing on you and you get pulled over, they're more likely to be a little bit, well, not believing of your story. Anyway, thank you very much. These are available from GearBest, but Google them across the websites. Just do a search, they're all over, and I highly recommend both of these folders. Thank you.